everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Tilt Control podcast. I am your host, Mystakin, joined as always by my co-host, Owen.
Hello, I'm here. Neither of us are hungover.
Let's not make promises that we can. Although,
Neither of us are visibly hungover.
I had to work today, so I did not. I did not go to work hungover.
I also had to work today because we're not recording this on a Sunday.
Correct. We were both on vacation over the weekend.
Yeah, I was out celebrating my birthday. You were doing God knows what.
I was celebrating my family. I hadn't seen them in 2 years. So
Don was there?
yes. Yes.
I like the delay there. You're like, wait.
No, I was thinking about all the stupid family memes on Twitter.
Those have died out lately.
Thank
which is
God.
Sad. I'm sad about it.
Thank God. Owen,
Yeah.
anything else you want to say about your weekend?
Family's good. That's all.
Ah.
Yeah, I didn't do anything. Guess what? Despite what people may think, we're still in a pandemic, so
It's true.
I kind of just chilled out. Didn't do anything exciting.
I don't think that's true though, because I have
What do you mean?
two things on this what we're up to that seem pretty exciting.
All right, but well, the one thing wasn't during my birthday, and the other one was like after my birthday.
I guess that's true. I guess it didn't have to be during the birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, and tell me about Pokemon Go Fest.
Pokemon Go Fest happened not this past weekend, but the one before that. And it was 2 days, a Saturday and a Sunday, of a bunch of fun events. The first day all about catching Pokemon based on different like categories, and the other day was all about raiding. And last year it actually fell on my birthday, which was nice, but this time I got to separate it up a bit. Another nice thing was that this one was celebrating 5 years of Pokemon Go. So the tickets, instead of being $15, were only $5. So $5 got you into all the fun stuff.
That's not bad.
They were shiny. Yep, they were. I got this sock, which is usually only available in other regions. So I got one of him. I got
You
this
got a sock?
sock. SAWK. He's like a karate man.
A sock.
I got the blue karate man. Usually we only have the red karate man. All right, chill out. Also, I got a shiny Pikachu with a hat because Pokemon Go loves Pikachus with hats.
Pokemon in general, big Pikachu fans.
Yeah, but Pikachu with hats are a big thing. I did get a Rockstar Pikachu because that's the Pikachu I chose for the event. You could choose a Rockstar one or a Popstar one.
You didn't choose Popstar Pikachu?
No, my girlfriend did, and then we got extra ones and we traded each other, so I got both.
Oh, okay.
But I chose the Rockstar one.
Okay.
The Popstar one's really good. It's got a pink dress and it's got a little bow on it.
Popstar Pikachu.
Nice.
It's got good alliteration.
Yeah. But Rockstar Pikachu.
Doesn't alliterate as well.
He got big eyebrows though, so it's very cool. Anyway, I caught a ton of shiny Pokemon. I got the mythical Pokemon that was part of the story. It was a good time. I like how they did it. Where the first day I was constantly outside running around catching Pokemon for a bunch of hours, and the second day I just got to sit at home and use remote raids. Had my friends invite me to stuff. I joined them, spend a little extra money. It's a good time.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah, Pokemon Go is good. You should try it.
No.
All right, fair enough. I tried.
You know what else is a good time?
What?
4 hours of this Hayao Miyazaki documentary that I watched.
What? There's a 4-hour Miyazaki documentary?
10 years with Hayao Miyazaki, the director of many Studio Ghibli films, most of the ones that people know. Spirited Away, Kiki's Delivery Service, the hits as it was. There was a documentary I don't know if it's done by the NHK or if it's just hosted on their site now. But it's like a free documentary you can watch. It's basically a 4-part miniseries about the final projects that he worked on before his retirement in 2014 ish.
You say free, but it's also you use up 4 hours of your life.
But it's also very good.
It's also as long as the Snyder Cut.
It's very interesting. Miyazaki is a very fascinating guy.
Did Zack Snyder direct this documentary?
No, because it's watchable.
How dare you?
But as someone who I've never watched a Ghibli film because I'm trash.
What? You haven't seen a Ghibli film and I have?
How
is that possible?
I have not watched any Studio Ghibli films.
How is this possible?
I don't know. It's just never happened.
You should do this immediately.
Yes, I do have. I'm thinking. I'm thinking about maybe eventually one day, perhaps watching maybe.
Maybe.
Castle. This guy's good for. Yeah, I have plans. I'm gonna watch them, but especially like watching this documentary, like it's a part of the and seeing just the absurd amount of work that went into it, and it went into all the stuff that he makes. It's really interesting. I think there's a part in one of the later episodes where they show this like 4 or 5 second scene from his last movie, which I don't remember the name of. That's about like World War II. And that it's like a crowd shot where I think there's like a big earthquake happening and there's like a crowd shot. But that 4 to 5 second moment of this crowded area as everything's kind of chaotic took them a month and a half to do. I want to say
that checks out.
Or was it a year and a half? It was a really long time.
A year and a half?
It was an absurd amount that I was like, that can't be real. Like that's unbelievable that it would take that long. But like his workflow was literally like he'd have all the animators and they would like he would do the storyboards, they do the animations, and then he would go through all the animation cells and fix anything that he thought was wrong with them. Every single one, like every frame of a Ghibli film passed by his eye at some point at his workstation. It's like, it's crazy.
That checks out.
Yeah.
I have a question. Do you think you would appreciate this documentary more if you saw the films, or do you think it doesn't matter?
I feel attacked. I feel a little attacked right now.
It was kind of an attack, but also I'm like wondering, like, could people who like you have not seen the movies, would they still appreciate the documentary?
I think so. There's a lot of dynamics that the documentary gets into that are interesting, primarily with like his son Goro, because he's trying to make films, but he's not Hayao Miyazaki, you know. He's not this lauded person who gold standard for anime. So like the tension between them and that stuff's really prevalent in the documentary and really interesting. It's good. I think if people have an interest in animation or animated films,
where can people find this?
It's on the NHK's website. If you just search for 10 years with Hayao Miyazaki, you should be able to find it pretty easily. I found it literally because someone on Twitter was like, yo, this Miyazaki documentary is crazy. And I just Googled Miyazaki documentary until I found it.
When did it come out recently? Or
I think it was put out on NHK's website recently.
Okay, that's what I was just wondering. Like, did people just stumble across it now, or?
It details events from 7 or 8 years ago.
Okay. That's cool.
What else we've been doing as a team?
Well, mostly I've been doing, but yes, you did once.
Is you just calling me out? You're just gonna call me out every?
Yes, I am calling you out. I'm fired up.
Redacted says it was released in 2019, the documentary, so a couple years ago.
I thought you were redacting their name, then I looked and that's actually their name.
No,
Okay.
not yet. Redacted. Pokemon Unite.
Mystakin, I like this game a lot. I like this game a lot.
How much have you
and
played
it's
of it?
not good. I've played it.
Do you have your Switch nearby? You can check.
No, I don't have my Switch nearby.
Damn.
I don't want distractions when I'm doing a podcast. I've learned from doing podcasts with lots of people. I'm not. This is not you. I'm calling out other people on the Zonecast network. Because I hear the clickings on their recordings. Those Joy-Cons make noise.
There was a really old podcast I did.
Yeah, it was called The Echo Chamber.
No. There's
I heard
really...
those clicks.
Yeah. There's definitely times where things are going on, and I was like, I'm gonna play some games. But now I'm managing this video version, so I don't really have any opportunity to do that.
That's how I win.
Let's talk about Pokemon Unite.
Yeah.
What if we took Pokemon, made it a MOBA,
A Pokemoba?
a Pokemoba, but then also added like 3 currencies and 9 stores?
I'm gonna be honest, I still don't understand the currencies. I've played this game every day. I still don't understand the currencies.
I don't know. It's baffling how confusing the menus for this game are.
I look up YouTube videos that tell me what to do, and I say, okay, this is what I do.
It's like everything when you're not in gameplay is like, what the fuck am I looking at? And then you get into gameplay and you're like, yo, this rocks.
Yeah, it's real good. But also, you gotta make sure you change your settings, because there's a bunch of settings that make the game way better.
I wouldn't say I would say easier.
Well, better as in you have a button that will focus on creeps and one that will focus on enemies, instead of just one button for everything, and then you just hope that it targets the right thing.
You just gotta put your belief in the game, Owen. Just believe in the game.
No, that's Yu-Gi-Oh, where you put the heart in the cards.
Who's your main?
It keeps fluctuating. Like it was Machamp. I like Machamp a lot. Then it moved over to Venusaur. And now I just recently unlocked Cinderace, and I'm liking Cinderace a lot. So it keeps moving around. Sometimes I throw a little Wigglytuff in there for some support.
Is the combination of Snorlax and Ninetales still just disconnect? Like it's not worth it?
No, people find ways around that.
That's good.
There's lots of, but Zero Aura, if you see one, just know it's going to be garbage.
I was reminded of the thing that I wasn't really thinking about at the time, but really is what makes the Pokemon MOBA, Pokemon Unite, so interesting, and why I think I like it. The matches are like 10 minutes.
And there's also quick matches that are 5 minutes.
Yeah. As opposed to like a normal MOBA where it's like, you better buckle up. Like, we're going to be here a while.
It's going to be about 90 minutes.
Yeah. It's like, I just don't have that amount of, I don't have that amount of drive to be in one match and then not win. Like I would rather lose 5 consecutive matches in the same amount of time than lose one match that took 50 minutes.
It feels like it. Regardless, that's how it feels like when you play a MOBA.
Yeah, so.
But not the Pokemoba. The Pokemoba is good.
Yes, I also like it. I only played it the one day, but I did enjoy it.
We're gonna play more this weekend.
Yeah, we're gonna play some more.
Yeah, I've been getting like groups of people to play with me, and when you have people you can talk with and coordinate with, it's great. When you have a bunch of randos that you're without voice because there's no way to communicate in the game, and they're playing like garbage, it's really frustrating.
What do you mean?
Especially no. Let me clarify. It's really frustrating when you're playing by yourself as a support, and everyone is garbage.
Yeah.
Because I'm like why am I in this lane alone? I'm a support. That's not how this works. I can't fight these people. What are we doing here? That happened to me before the stream. I got very mad about it.
I want to study up a bit before we play again, but I think it'll be a good time.
But you can feel free to ask questions when we get together in voice chat. Like, cause me and the other people that are playing know a few things now.
Why would I ask questions when I could watch a 50-minute YouTube video?
Yeah, but then you can be more specific about, is this item garbage? Yes, of course it is. Unless you put a bunch of money into it, then it's good. And by money, I mean like actual money, not current, not one of the 9 currencies.
Well, you can use actual money to get one of the 9 currencies.
It's true. You can use real money to boost your battle pass up.
Any final thoughts on Pokemon Unite?
It's great. I'm going to keep playing it. They just put a new character out today. I didn't buy the character, so I've seen it. I've seen people play it. It seems like a good ranged attacker, but
I think that's what I'm most interested in, is like where that game is 6 months, 9 months, 10 months down the line when they're adding characters and stuff.
It's gonna be dead, just like that Dr. Mario mobile game they just killed.
That game was never good though.
That's fair. I'm just kidding. It's Tencent. They're gonna keep it going forever until it stops making money.
Speaking of going forever and making money,
that's a segue.
Real quick, I wanted to talk about. I played the Pixel remasters for Final Fantasy 1. I guess
you were streaming that right before we got on the air.
1, 2, and 3 came out today, as of the day of recording. I played a couple hours of 1. I think that they're good.
I think it's illegal.
You can walk diagonally.
That's illegal. You can't do that. What?
So instead,
I was watching that, I almost had to burn my monitor because I thought it was witchcraft.
You have the 4 cardinal directions: north, south, east, west. But now you can walk diagonally. It's the first time you've been able to do that in Final Fantasy 1, I think.
Nope, can't do that. I have a question. Is there a toggle? Can you turn that off?
No. That's the game, baby.
I'm out.
That's the game, baby.
Not pure.
But I think they're good. I think they feel designed. I mean this in the best way possible. They feel designed for people who've already played those games. And what I mean by that is
the audience, yeah.
Yeah, because I assume that's because that's who they're targeting with these. Because if you want to play Final Fantasy for the first time, you just download the GBA ROM, right? Like, are you really gonna dump $10 on Final Fantasy 1 unless you have some like nostalgic connection? Like, I don't think you would. But I think they're really good versions. I think they look really nice. They're really sharp. The addition of there's always a mini map, which is, it sounds weird, like you would want or need a mini map in a 2D game, but especially in a game where there's random encounters, not accidentally going the wrong way is very nice.
Yeah, I can see that.
So the mini map stuff I like a lot. Also, like the battles.
That battle music sounded real good.
The music's really good. The battles are really snappy. You get into fights quickly. You get out of fights quickly. The fights themselves are fast. Like,
no loading?
No, not really. It's just like, bam, you're in.
Nice.
And the fact that you can walk diagonally.
Again, not real.
And
can't do that.
The fact that the dash, like when you hold B, you dash and walk faster. Those two combine to give you like a really quick way of walking through the maps. So like map movement's fast, battles are fast, everything's like animations are quick, like everything just feels really tight.
Fonts are small.
And god damn it. Don't talk about
I had to. Come on. Someone's gonna mention it.
I know. Fuck, who cares? Whatever. I'm not getting into it. I won't be baited. I won't be baited by you, Owen.
Damn, I'm trying.
But yeah, I think that they've made, at least like Final Fantasy 1, 2, and 3, they've come up with versions of these games that are much more replayable than previous versions. And they just feel like just the fact that they like you play Final Fantasy 1 nowadays and you're walking slowly and you get the whole animation to fight and then you're mashing A forever to get through this fight. Like they've tuned it, and I think they've done a good job with it. I'm excited to see how 4, 5, and 6 come out.
Are they doing any ones after that?
They have not said that they would. I don't think they would, because like 6 was the last Pixel one. So
But what if they,
what if they remade 7? Oh wait, there it is.
No. What if they did the 3D ones as 2D?
That would be sick. I don't think they would, but that would be sick.
They remake them.
That would be so good. I would be here for that. I don't think they'd ever do it.
2D Blitzball, let's go.
2-dimensional Blitzball. Ugh. That's all I have.
All right.
Anything else before we head to the break?
I've been playing a lot of Pokemon stuff that has microtransactions in it. Someone help me, please. That's it.
Please send help to Owens. I'm playing
and
a lot
also
of.
send help to Jan, because have you seen what's going on with Jan over Giant Bomb?
No, I'll look it up later. Send money to Owens GoFundMe for his Pokemon Gacha addiction.
Yep.
All right, we'll be right back.
All right, we'll be back after a word from our sponsor.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, you're on a bike now.
Welcome back. Apparently, I'm a bike now. I don't know. Welcome back to Tilt Control.
I like how you forgot the name.
I literally was like,
question.
The logo's
Were you
right.
gonna say Rhythm Authors?
I was gonna say Rhythm Authors.
You bastard! I knew it. How did I know this bit from like over 10 years ago? I still knew you were gonna do it.
It's built into my brain, man.
I still have those files somewhere of you having those fake intros where you for Echo Chamber where you said Rhythm Authors and somebody had to stop you.
Those were legitimate. I fucked up.
Yeah, that's why I didn't put it in the episode, but I still have it.
Owen,
hi.
What a week for news!
We were a couple weeks because
I guess that's true.
We even gave it a little extra time to simmer, and oof, didn't get better.
No, we got a lot of fun news stories to get to, but we've got a very not fun news story to get to at the top of this.
Say the way you started it, I was getting worried.
No. We're starting this with most people have probably heard some of this stuff, but for those who were not aware, Activision Blizzard has been sued by California over allegations of, quote, frat boy culture. I hate this, quote, frat boy culture thing because it hashtagifies it in a way that makes me uncomfortable. And sexual harassment. I really don't want to dig deep into all of the specifics of it because it's really fucking grim and grotesque. Like, it feels like every day more things come out about this entire situation that is like, how in the fuck are these people still holding power in not just Activision and Blizzard, but did you see the Kotaku story from, it was either today or yesterday?
What did it say?
It was about it was from like a BlizzCon where they had like their own suite, and they were just it was like screenshots of conversations around the suite that a bunch of different heads of Blizzard had at this one specific BlizzCon.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that they talked about women and their plans for that room it's horrifying. You're like, I cannot believe that these people, many of them still hold power in Activision. Some of them hold power in other companies now. You
know what sucks? Is I totally believe it.
Yeah.
And it's awful.
Because it keeps happening.
Yeah.
It's like, it feels like this is one of the most public versions of it, but there's private versions of this all over the industry.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, it sucks. And
Yeah, it's definitely not just Activision Blizzard.
no.
But they're just the ones where California spent 2 years going through all their stuff to dig out, actual proof.
Right.
It's horrible.
But not buts.
No, but that's how we get in trouble.
No. There was today. There was the Activision Blizzard walkout, where
and
tons of developers and those studios just did a full-on walkout. We're not working on anything today.
mm-hmm.
We'll see what the fallout of that stuff is. Hopefully, it moves something somewhere. But it's like, at a certain point, nothing moving forward is going to make this stuff not have happened. Like, this stuff already happened, and it's already horrible.
And I think I speak for both of us when I say we 100% support the people that did the walkout and stand by them.
Absolutely. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard because it just feels in a lot of ways like super helpless. But like when you see folks doing walkouts and stuff, it's very encouraging. It's like, we have some power. As a group, we still have a decent amount of power.
Yeah. And the thing that really sucks about this whole story, like from a personal level, is that I have a female friend who worked for Activision at one point. I'm not going to go into details about that, but the fact that they said, yes, that is how it was. And I don't want to elaborate on it further. I don't want to think about it. I want to see the articles because it's bringing back too many bad memories.
Yeah.
And not knowing about that, like knowing this person for these years and not understanding they went through all this stuff is just heartbreaking.
Yeah. And I imagine like both of us know a decent number of women in games industry, and I'm certain that every one of them has tons of those stories that they just don't share.
And
it's not up to them to do that, but
why would they?
Right, exactly.
I'm sure many of us have had horrible things happen to us that we don't want to bring up and parade out there. So
right.
You just kind of hide it inside yourself, and it sucks.
It's horrible. I promise the rest of the news stories aren't this awful. Is there anything else we want to say on it? I think I highly recommend if you are not someone who would be put into a horrible mental state from seeing the way that stuff went. When you see the details, it's mind-bogglingly horrible. Which is why I'm not just gonna throw them out there.
Yeah. Well, the last thing I'll say is, one, fuck this. This is awful. But I'm glad that it's coming out into the light, so that hopefully this is the first step to more of this stuff coming out and coming to an end, and not just, oh, it came out and now we're just gonna go back into our holes and continue this shit until it gets dug out again.
Yes, I agree.
Let's make change happen.
I agree. Shall we move on?
Yeah, so let's talk about something positive. Mystakin. They announced the Switch Pro.
They announced the Switch Pro.
Yes, they did it. The Switch Advance is here.
It's kind of weird. They announced the Switch. They announced the Switch Pro. They're calling it a Steam Deck. I don't know why. It's apparently made by Valve too, which is also weird. There's a lot of weird things about this.
I've got my Steam Deck right here.
No, it's a Stream Deck. There's an R in that word. It's different.
They lied to me. I wanted to play Dota on this thing. It's bullshit.
Give it a few years. So I
bet you could play Doom on it.
So Valve announced they are releasing a portable gaming PC shaped like a Switch.
Portable gaming PC. AKA a laptop.
With a screen, Nope, no keyboard. With screen, controls, the whole nine. It looks very much like a Switch.
It has a USB-C port. You could attach a keyboard to it.
You could do a lot of things with it. I mean, it is ultimately just a PC. Starting at $399. And
But you don't want the $399 version. Come on now.
Starting at $399. I have so many mixed feelings about this thing.
What, you don't want to spend the extra money to get the exclusive keyboard skin?
Marketing bullshit aside, just looking at the product at face value, like I'm already the person who plays Switch docked all the time, so I'm clearly not the market for this because I don't even use my Switch in handheld. Why would I use a Steam Deck handheld?
I'm 100% the market because I almost always play my Switch undocked.
The only thing to me that this appeals to is playing indie games on the go that aren't on Switch.
Or that don't run well on the Switch.
Yeah, but like I don't know how well they're gonna run on this.
That's what I'm mostly.
Everyone keeps saying like
pre-ordering it.
They're showing Control running on this thing, and I'm like, Control is not a very super optimized game on PC. I don't really know what your experience playing Control on this more or less tablet will be. We'll see. I'm like, on that end, I'm just gonna wait for the Digital Foundry breakdown because they're smarter than me when it comes to that stuff. But
I wanna hear people that have actually played it and like aren't possibly being paid money by Valve or being given it to it for free. I want to see some actual like in the world experience with it and seeing like how's the frame rate on games. Is it just 2D games that run well? Do 3D games run well? All that stuff.
Yeah,
that's what I want to know.
I definitely it's definitely gonna be more powerful than a Switch. Like that's not even a question. But
my phone is more powerful than the Switch.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's not
me.
It's not a high
slamming
bar.
The Switch.
Yeah, and also like, yeah, I don't know. I'm just so I don't know. I just every time I look at this thing, I just think like I don't know about it, man.
Especially, I thought what you were gonna say is you look at it and go, why are the buttons there? Why are they so high up?
I don't mind the button layout. And I actually really like the little.
They're like right on the edge. It's
I
so
like the
weird.
little thumb trackpads they have for using like a fake mouse. I think that's really cool. I actually like the design of it. I think is pretty cool. But every time I look at it, I'm just thinking like, do I want if I'm on the go, right? And I'm like, I want to play some Control in this airport while I wait for something to take off. Would I want to play this version of Control running at like 20 to 30 FPS with like low settings? Or whatever, right? Whatever. It's not gonna run 60. We know that.
Yep. But here's the thing.
Or would I rather play the xCloud version of Control on my phone?
Well, that's the problem is the streaming. It's like one's local, one's streaming.
Yeah, but like.
And also, so here's the other thing.
Airports got 5G, bruh. Like,
but still, it's still streaming. But here's my big thing that appeals for the for this over a Switcher and xCloud is that your entire library from Steam just comes over.
That's fair.
You don't have to buy the games again. Like
Oh, and how many games do you have on Steam?
I'm gonna buy this on Steam and then also on Switch. Like, no, you just buy one copy and you get it. Also cloud saves, so if you start playing the game on your big powerful PC and then you have to go like on a trip, just bring your save with you.
Yeah,
it's good.
And when I was playing the Pixel remasters, I was like, this would be great to have, like, because it's on mobile and PC. I was like, I wish this had some sort of cross save, but with this, you would, which is another benefit. That's why I think it's really interesting. I think it's a cool piece of hardware, and even like to the thing that I said, Nevix says in chat, does it support Game Pass? Yes, kind of, because it's just a PC.
Yeah, well, that would be the next topic we talk about.
I don't even know if you have to install Windows on it, because you could, like I mentioned, doing Um,
But does the OS have a
xCloud.
browser?
I would think so. I think it has to have a browser for certain games to work.
Maybe.
But yeah, you could theoretically play xCloud on this thing too. So
You know what my biggest use case for this would be is that if I was going to PAX and I just wanted to load this up with a bunch of indie games, and then when we get to the hotel, just stock it to the TV, have a bunch of Bluetooth controllers, and boom, you've got some multiplayer games with you.
I suppose it's not a bad idea. I don't like that it doesn't come with the dock.
It doesn't come with the dock?
It doesn't come with the dock. But you don't need the dock. You just need USB-C to HDMI, which I already have. So
Yeah. Or hell, even you could just if you can't connect to the TV, you just it seems like a nice size screen. You could just all just huddle up, prop it up on a table and play.
yeah, it's
Either way, it's good. I think it's gonna be good for when conventions exist again.
yeah, I think that will be people who are way into it. For me, it's a hard sell, but
I'm not ready for it yet.
I still kind of like it.
I'm not ready for it yet, but yeah.
There's a lot of things about it that I
probably
like, and I can't wait. I'm very excited to see the breakdowns of the hardware. Did you want to talk?
What about software?
I was gonna say, do you want to talk about another use case for the Stream Deck?
Yeah, because Neverick was asking about Game Pass, and even if you don't want to use a browser, you could just install whatever you want on it.
You could. Wine Club, no.
Yes, we'll install Wine Club on there.
Yeah, you could get Wine Club. But yeah, it's just a PC. I have to imagine, considering the hardware, considering it's built around this idea of running SteamOS, the version of Windows that you would run on it's probably not going to be super great.
Excuse me, I'm putting Windows 11 beta on here.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm gonna load up my emails and do my work on my Steam Deck. I almost said Stream Deck again. But yeah, could you imagine that? Just using the trackpad, just open up Outlook, just get all your work emails.
That would be pretty good.
Yeah, it'd be great.
But I think it is cool. I'm excited to see more of that as December rolls around.
I think the craziest thing is that, imagine loading up the Epic Game Store on there, or the Xbox app, and having access to all those Game Pass games locally, not through streaming, or being able to play all those free Epic games on there.
Yeah, I agree.
And I assume it'll just support because it's just the controller isn't anything fancy. It's just inputs on a computer.
I agree.
It's a cool thing. I'm glad it exists. I hope that Ashley is decent.
Me too. Owen.
Mystakin, I don't know about this.
Owen, do you want to fuck a Mega Man character?
Which character?
Owen, do you want? Oh, let's take a look.
Oh God.
Let's take a look.
Mystakin.
This is what they've done to Mega Man. This is what they've done to Mega Man.
Mystakin, these ladies are.
Stay tuned. It says Mega Man Beach episode.
These ladies are in bikinis that are very revealing.
I saw this on my Twitter feed and I had to add it.
Their chests are very large.
How can you resist the swimming suit of summer?
It's a swimming suit of summer.
Iris is back from the dead to show you. Wow.
What is this? What game is this?
So this is Rockman X Dive, a Mega Man gacha game, I believe.
Oh no.
From what I could tell in my research, it's been around for a while. It's not. They didn't just decide to make a Mega Man smut game. It has in fact been around for a while.
They did make a Mega Man smut game.
Yes, but that's what they've turned it into.
What is? Stop! Look at these things. This is bad for the audio version.
But if you want to follow along, it's Rockman X Dive official on Twitter. RX_dive_Asia. Yeah, like these swimsuit, like If you
But
scroll
that
past
one
the
lady didn't even have
swimsuits,
swimsuit on. She just had cleavage.
if you scroll past all that, suddenly it just looks like a Mega Man game.
Let's go back up.
Like it's just a Mega Man game. It's just a Mega Man gotcha game.
Hey, Mystakin, notice that no one talked about it when there wasn't a smut.
Yeah, I know that's true. But I mean, also
And
like
now everyone's talking about
only
it.
me, because I saw this and was like, I need to talk about.
You're gonna download this, aren't you? For research.
Who says I haven't already? So yeah,
Can't check.
if you want to fuck a Mega Man character, I've got the game for you.
I don't think you need a game for that.
If you want to play the greatest Xbox game ever made,
Oh, don't I?
we have an app for that now.
Yeah, it's called Xbox Game Pass, baby.
Called Xbox Game Pass. They're adding Flight Simulator, but more importantly,
Yeah.
they're adding Blinks the Time Sweeper.
They're adding Blinks to Game Pass. Finally, the power to Xbox Series X can be realized in 4K, 60 frames per second,
That's-
HDR.
I guarantee this doesn't run at 60 FPS. They did
I
not.
bet you it does.
I refuse to believe that they touched up this game at all for Series X.
I bet it runs at 60. Nothing else is touched. It just runs at 60.
We'll see. Well, it should be an easy enough thing to check.
How would you check that? Is there a frame checker?
No, I mean by just getting Game Pass and booting it up.
I'm just looking. Oh shit, that's out now. I should just go do that.
Yeah. Why are we wasting time here? We can be playing Blinks the Timekeeper or whatever it's called.
Sweeper. No respect for Blinks.
Speaking of streaming services,
I'm also not joking. I am going to download this after this podcast and let you know.
yeah, I'm genuinely curious. Man, fuck Bloomberg.com. You sure have a website?
I didn't pick this article.
Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Okay.
Gotta click all those ads, man.
I'm past most of the ads, but not all
Yeah,
of them.
this big Tiffany one.
Yeah, I can't
Another
get rid of this one without
sponsor.
signing in, so leave me alone. Netflix plans to offer video games.
They already did.
Yeah, I was
It
like,
that Black Mirror episode.
oh yeah, you were talking about the Black Mirror thing. I mean, they also have put out Stranger Things video games.
Well, yeah, but this more means on their platform.
I don't know if it. Yes, it means like you subscribe to Netflix and you get access to these games. I
Through the Netflix
originally thought that was going to mean like an xCloud type thing, but I think
I think it is.
I think what I heard is that it's more like an Apple Arcade thing.
I heard it's just through the app, through the Netflix app.
Well, yeah, but like it's as opposed to the game streaming to you, they would be games that you download and play through the app.
I bet there's a streaming option because,
Maybe.
like, imagine having this on because smart TVs have the Netflix app built in.
Yeah, that's true.
What if you just connected a Bluetooth controller to your TV, and boom, you've got gaming without any extra device?
I mean, that's the xCloud pitch, more or less, once they get that stuff on TVs, which is definitely where they're going.
Yeah, but the difference is that, Xbox has to get that app onto those ecosystems. Netflix is everywhere.
Yeah.
Literally everything has I bet your
Yeah.
smart fridges have a Netflix app.
Oh, I could play. Yeah, I could play games on the smart fridge at work.
Can you play Doom on it?
Probably.
Nice.
Owen.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see what the Netflix thing is all about.
I am too.
But Mystakin, I have a question for you.
Oh, what's that?
Are the Olympics a JRPG?
Apparently they are. I've seen so many conflicting takes on this.
I mean, Mystakin, it's in Japan.
Yeah.
All the athletes have roles that they're playing, and they're competing in games.
I mean,
it is a Japanese role-playing game.
it seems to meet the criteria. The article you're linking.
It even has the music.
The article you linked is from the Olympics opening ceremony where they played a variety of video game music.
They did not play any Persona music, which is upsetting.
It seems they only played Square music.
No, they played a Sonic the Hedgehog song.
Oh, did they? Okay. The headline only mentioned. Oh, there was an Ace Combat song in there.
Yeah, dude, they played so much crazy stuff.
I guess I only my mind only went to the Square stuff because that's what I recognized most.
Yeah, but they freaking played Starlight Zone in this like processional version of it. It's great.
I feel like this is one of the things about Japan that differs from the US insofar as like I feel like they take so much more pride in their gaming stuff, whereas in the US we still kind of treat it like separate.
Because we have Disney. We celebrate Disney and commercialism.
I was gonna say movies. But yeah.
I was say just like
Disney makes movies, so it's kind of the same.
Yeah.
But I saw a lot of takes on Twitter that were like, this is so weird. And I was like, it is. But I think it's just because great. Like in their minds, like this is something that international people know Japan for. And they're proud of it.
Yeah, like what else are they gonna play? Because like when they were in London, they played a bunch of like classic, English music, like English rock and pop and stuff. It's like cause that's their culture.
Right.
In Japan, the culture is video games.
It's definitely a major part.
Yeah. Like arcades are still thriving there. Mobile games are huge there. Like gaming is a big part of Japanese culture, so I'm glad they celebrated it.
Alice says, why didn't they play 2010's Vocaloid music? Maybe next time.
Yeah, that's during the warm-ups for the sports. One thing I will criticize them for with the opening ceremony music is that one of the song choices was the Final Fantasy Victory music. These athletes didn't do anything yet. What are we doing? They didn't win anything. Play that after they win.
You're gonna have
anytime instead of the Japanese anthem, that's what they play when they are on the podium. Easy.
Speaking of winning, you're gonna have to step up against this Tommy Pickles.
What?
Because they're making a goddamn Smash game out of Nickelodeon characters, baby.
Mystakin, who is this for?
Me.
But do you know like modern day Nickelodeon stuff, like the Loud House?
Who cares? It's a celebration of all Nickelodeon, Owen.
It's so
but
weird.
Mostly SpongeBob, because SpongeBob's the most popular Nickelodeon character.
They got an Unreal Monsters character. They got freaking Nigel.
They got Nigel Thornberry, Owen.
They have Powdered Toast Man.
It's true.
Who remembers that besides me?
Not a lot of people.
It's so weird. Like, it's like, I'm guessing this game is so that parents and their kids can play together because there's stuff that the kids know and things that the parents know.
I don't know, Owen. All I know is that this looks like a mod to Smash Brothers, and I just am
this looks like it's gonna be rad as hell to watch at Evo.
Yeah, it's got rollback netcode. So
as you do,
its online might actually be kind of decent. And frankly, I'll pay $60 just to fuck around with Nintendo characters for an afternoon.
You mean Nickelodeon?
I keep saying Nintendo.
Mystakin, I'd pay maybe $40 for it. I would not pay full $60 for this.
It depends on maybe
depends on the roster.
Yeah, it depends on the roster. Full roster's not been announced, but I mean, if they're gonna put an All Real Monsters character in it, they're going for some deep cuts.
Name three Nickelodeon characters that they did not show that you wanted in the game.
The campfire from Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Okay.
Keenan and Kel as a team, as like an Ice Climbers team character.
Sure. All right. I like this.
Steve Nevik says Steve from Blue's Clues. I don't know if I can top Steve from Blue's Clues, if I'm being honest.
Steve for Blue's Clues, but he's done like Mortal Kombat where it's just, a bunch of sprites of a real person.
Clarissa explains it all. She needs to be the tutorial voiceover.
I was gonna say that the floating C from the Clarissa intro. So yeah, I'd have the C from Clarissa. I would have Ed Bighead from Rocker's Modern Life.
Oh my god, that's a good one.
And Face from Nick Jr.
Yes. Or Face is just a level.
No, he's the final boss. The
Yes!
whole screen is him.
I agree with all of this.
All right, I might want to get this game.
Exactly. It all depends on what they announce, but
They have to make it really stupid.
Yes, they need to. I mean, yeah, their early announcements give me some hope that they know what they're doing. But
they gotta get weirder, even more weird than Nigel Thornberry.
Yes, Nigel, it's a good pick. Good pick.
All right.
Owen,
hi, what's up?
I don't actually know what this next one even means, so you're gonna have to explain.
Mystakin, you can make an Xbox game right now.
I feel I could already do that though, couldn't I?
Well, you don't need to have you don't need to apply for a developer kit because all the code is now free on GitHub.
I see.
This is a way to get more independent game developers to make stuff for their platform, because instead of having to go through this whole process, they can just get the code, get the kits, download it. It probably has instructions in there, and just start porting your games over.
One would hope. Is this just like the next step for XNA, basically? After they killed all that stuff?
Kinda. I mean, it's so open that but the only difference is I feel like the approval system won't be like XNA.
Oh yeah,
where it's all peer stuff. We know a thing or two about XNA.
I do, yes.
What a garbage system.
What? It allowed us to do many, many things.
It allowed us to make money.
It also allowed a lot of weird baby games to appear on the Xbox platform.
It's true.
There's a lot of weird games on the XNA platform.
That weird karaoke game with the Xbox avatars.
Oh
did you ever see that thing? That thing was fucking wild.
I don't think I did, actually.
Yeah, it's pretty much a karaoke bar, but with your Xbox character and your actual live microphone.
Oh my god. Oh no, I did see that. Was that an XNA game?
Yeah.
What? I thought that was like an actual Xbox Live game.
I mean, XNA is Xbox Live.
XBLA.
It's all the same according to the 360, baby. Oh boy. But yeah, I hope this gets more people out there and making games for Xbox.
Hope so. Microsoft continues to be very open about their platform, which is nice.
Yeah, can't wait for Game Pass to be on the Switch.
Owen.
Sorry, a Switch Pro.
I don't have a segue for this, but I am fascinated by it.
I want to know about this. What is this?
Did you know that Epic Games pitched doing a port for Super Mario Bros. 3 to the PC?
Hold on, they're putting Super Mario Bros. 3 in Fortnite?
Back in 1990.
Yeah, like I said, in Fortnite.
No, not in Fortnite.
Wait, they're not putting this in Fortnite.
I said Epic Games, it was id Software, my bad.
Okay, that makes more sense. So they're putting it in Doom.
Putting it in Doom. Look at these.
Super Mario Bros. 3 is a Doom port?
So I'm looking at, for anyone on the listening to the podcast, I have the Ars Technica article about it pulled up. These screenshots are bonkers.
What is happening?
It's so crazy.
It looks like it's kind of 3D.
I think it's just because it looks janky. There is also a video that I can try and run here real quick. But it's just so basically a museum found or tracked down
why are the blocks flashing like that?
They tracked down a museum obtained an actual demo of the PC port that it had worked on
So much stuff is just moving around on these screens. It's freaking me out.
to pitch Nintendo to be like, hey, we'll port your game to the PC, and Nintendo's like, nah, you're not gonna do that.
They should have done it.
It's pretty wild if you haven't seen it.
It's like, yo, what if we just added a million more frames of animation to everything?
But like, it's DOS, so we don't have nearly as many colors as like the Super Nintendo.
No.
And somehow, like, I guess it has as many as the NES, but like the colors are worse. But yeah, basically, I think this predates Commander Keen. After Nintendo was like, no, they made Commander Keen instead.
That's weird.
So it's a cool piece of history that now lives on in museum form, which is pretty cool.
Seems like a lot of people keep trying to port Mario games to the PC, and Nintendo keeps saying no.
A long history of that.
I'm looking at you, way better version of Super Mario 64 than the one we got on the Switch.
Hey.
What?
Just because
it had widescreen support.
Just because it's true. All right, we got 2 more stories. First up, okay. EA Play happened.
It did.
I didn't watch it.
You should watch it. You know why?
Why?
Do you know who hosted it? Xavier Woods.
Soldier Boy. Oh.
Xavier Woods was extremely good as a host.
That makes sense, considering how he is a very good host.
He's like legitimately sounding exciting about games. Like, he talked to the developers like he actually knew what he was talking about, because he does. All the comedy bits are really good because he's also like good at acting.
Yeah.
It's great. He's a really good host. You should watch that for that part.
The only thing I saw out of this was that they're rebooting Dead Space.
I mean, that's not the big story I got out of it, but they are doing that. But also, I don't care about Dead Space.
I really liked the first Dead Space, so I am intrigued. What
about the other ones?
I didn't play 2 or 3.
I hear that's a good decision.
I really like the first Dead Space. I am very intrigued in the idea of doing a new one. So,
it's a remake.
They say it's a remake. We'll see.
So what it is you're playing the game and there's a bunch of ghosts around. They say don't do that.
We'll see. I don't. We'll see. It would seem weird to me to just be a remake. It seems like it would be more of a Demon Souls kind of remake. You know what I mean? Where like, yeah, because it's not like anyone was like, yo, Dead Space 1, that story just hits me right here. It's like you would kind of want it to be at least a little bit different in some ways. We'll see.
What if they do this and then after that they announce Dead Space 4?
Do it. Ship it.
This was just them getting the engine to run on the new consoles. Or Frostbite or whatever the hell they're doing at EA.
What was the big thing in your opinion?
The Battlefield stuff.
I don't know what that is.
Like the Battlefield Portal stuff seems bananas.
Could you give me a quick rundown of it?
All right, so what it is it's essentially kind of like the Forge mode in Halo.
Yeah.
But it's like every Battlefield thing, like a bunch of old maps, all the different eras. You can pin like, futuristic guys against like World War II people with their accompanying weapons. You can have like robots fighting like planes.
Stop. Sorry. Continue.
It's like you can set up all these crazy scenarios and just play them out. And there's like no rules, pretty much.
There's no rules.
Like, you can't be. Oh, you have to be like time appropriate. Like, no, you can just have like you can have like a tank versus like a whole army with just guns.
What?
They showed that as one of the things. Like, it's like, oh, this whole army against this one person with a tank.
Is this like totally accurate battle simulator? Is this not multiplayer?
That's multiplayer.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you set all this stuff up, but then you play Battlefield.
That's so.
Like, you saw that old robot fight that new robot. You can. It's
Huh.
like it's wild. Like see, like those old people buying. Man, that's this one person's got like medical stuff they're using. It's nuts. Like look at these old planes fighting in this like modern city. It's nuts.
So it's not really you're not really editing the maps then. It's more
No,
like
you're editing all the variables, like picking the map, setting up what the like how many people on each team, where they're from, what weapons they have, what vehicles are in there. It's like a big mashup.
huh.
It seems really cool. It's the first time I've ever looked at anything in Battlefield and go, that seems neat. Maybe I'd play that.
I'm interested to see what comes out of it. I'm still not entirely sure what it is, but
Yeah, you should take some time to just sit down and actually watch the trailer all the way
I
through.
just watched it.
No, but I mean, and then also hear what Xavier Woods has to say. Because he talks to the developers about the actual details of what this thing is.
Fair enough.
It's cool. EA's doing cool stuff. Also, I guess Codemasters is making a bunch of... Oh yeah, the other thing is the crazy Codemasters thing.
Well, wait, what's the crazy Codemasters thing?
They're making an FMV racing game.
What? That was not even in that thing I saw. the
They're
breakdown.
making like this crazy game with the storyline where all the actors are real, and they're using the technology in the Mandalorian to make those virtual sets.
What?
It looks amazing.
Oh no.
You should find that as well.
Yeah, that I might have to look into.
Yeah, the acting is so over the top. And
I don't know why I didn't
ridiculous.
see that in the thing there. The
It's real
breakdown.
actors with virtual backgrounds. It's great.
I'll have to look into that. Owen,
Yeah. Are we ending on a high note?
no.
Oh, okay.
Owen,
Yeah.
they added minions to Minecraft.
They sure did. Why? I don't know.
What? Why would you
minions
add
in
minions to
everything.
Minecraft?
It's all the Despicable Me people are in there. Why? I don't know. I don't even know what a Minecraft is. They put Sonic in Minecraft. Now there's minions. Like, clearly it's a godless world.
Whenever they do these, I'm so confused by it.
Look at these minions.
I'm so confused by it because, like, it doesn't look like Minecraft. It looks like a game in Minecraft's engine. Like, Sonic was the same way. I was like, I don't know how you create this, like, machinima.
It's fine. You just build it with your you get the materials and then you build the loop. Then you gotta go fast.
I don't know. I don't
God.
know.
Minecraft is a mistake. Don't look at the Sonic stuff.
I want to look at the Sonic stuff again. Like, how do you make, like...
I like Satellite's comments saying Sega really
How is
said
he
make
so
your own 3D
fast?
Sonic game. It's Sonic! He goes fast! I don't know if you know this. It's literally his thing.
Is the Sonic skin just faster in the game?
He can do a spin.
How did
all the
Knuckles
Sonic
punch through the
abilities.
wall?
Because Knuckles, he punches things.
I don't understand how this DLC works.
Everyone has their abilities.
I just want to point out the cube spikes on Sonic. They look terrible.
Well, I mean, it's Minecraft. You work with what you got. If you start adding sharp edges in Minecraft, you've done messed up.
I heard someone call Minecraft a retro game the other day and said, I thought that game came out in the early 2000s.
Did it?
No, it came out in 2009.
That's still like 11 years ago.
I know, it's still a long time.
That's forever in these Zoomers' eyes. They probably whoever said that probably wasn't even born yet.
Owen,
Hi.
where can people find us?
Well, if you want to find us, head over to tiltctrl.games. That's our website. And you can Find this and all the other episodes powered by Anchor. Did you see that the other podcast is powered by Anchor apparently isn't anymore? Because they started a Patreon.
What?
Our other friends who use Anchor for their podcasts don't do it on Anchor anymore because they have a Patreon.
Oh, I think I know what you mean.
So what I'm saying is, hey, if
we're
we get enough listeners, maybe we'll start a Patreon.
We're not starting a Patreon.
All right, we're not starting a Patreon. However, I have a Patreon over at patreon.cool that you can check out. I own that URL. I've got to plug it.
It's fair. Patreon.cool is a pretty good URL.
I got on the ground floor, baby.
What one does that link to?
The pro wrestling.cool Patreon.
Okay, the pro wrestling one. That's what I thought.
Yeah, I don't have any other Patreon.
Oh, I didn't know if you had a general one.
No, I don't. I don't make cool enough stuff to warrant that. What?
Toe Control's cool.
Yeah, I would do a Toe Control one. But I wouldn't do one for just myself because I don't make enough cool stuff on my own.
Nah.
I need cool friends to do cool things with.
If cool friends want to do cool things with you, where would they go?
Well, they can check my Twitter at the _ozone. And also, you can find my other work at that Patreon because we're still putting out podcasts for the wrestling pay-per-views. They still do those.
They do. Crowds are back.
The crowds actually help a lot.
Yeah.
I'm feeling a lot better. I'm feeling a lot better about wrestling. Also this podcast you can find on all the other podcasting apps that you prefer. If there's a place to leave a review, do that. Also check out zonecast.com. This podcast is also there along with the I'd Rather Not. The other podcast I do. We'll get you back on eventually, Mystakin.
My 3-month ban or 3-year ban is finally up.
Please, it was 1-year banned. You just haven't come back yet.
Oh, okay.
We'll figure it out. Mystakin, where can people find your stuff?
People can find me in all of my minion-loving glory.
Excuse me?
Mistake.
In Minecraft.
Minecraft.
Mistake. Tell us your Minecraft server.
INMYSTAK.IN. We'll take you to my Twitch page. It's the only important page.
Nice. The other thing, I think there was another. Oh yeah, emails. If people want to send in emails, it's tiltctrl.games@gmail.com. And also our Twitter is tilt_CTRL. I spell it out because people might just type in control and it's not the full word.
Ready to ride off into the sunset?
What vehicle is it this time? Are you getting back on the bike again?
We're getting back on a bike, baby.
All right. Well, I think the next episode will be back on track and be on a Sunday.
Yeah. We haven't decided what day, but...
Oh, we should just go back on schedule with the Sunday that it should have been.
Yes. I agree.
So not this Sunday, but next Sunday.
Yes. So... the 8th.
Yes.
August 8th. Be the next.
Yes, I'm going away that weekend, but I will be back by Sunday night.
Okay.
So I should be good.
August 8th will be the next Tilt Control.
Yeah.
In the meantime, dramatic one-liner. Goodbye, everybody.
All right, we'll see you in a week and a half.